Yo, man, it's your boy Capital Don, aka Capology Facts. This is Holders LTV. If you're a new watcher, please click the subscribe button, click the
Absolutely.
bell, road to 1,000. I'm trying to get my live back. You know what I mean? I get 1,000 subscribers, I get to have my live on my phone back because I got two jobs. You know what I mean? So I'll be gone, and I need to be able to go live so I can bring y'all some more content. So let's get to 1,000 people. I'm here with my nigga Favio,
Yes, sir.
motherfucking cool kid.
Yes, sir. Bars,
Um,
bitch. Hold this LTV. I'm glad to
Facts.
be here. I appreciate you having me once again.
No problem, man. No problem. All time, man. We're gonna do this whole Gnome Nine. I was in the building for Gnome Nine. Um, and I copped the pay per view to rewatch it. So on my long road trip back to home,
I'm trying to think
I
about it.
watched Gnome Nine again, and it took the whole goddamn trip damn near. Like I started watching it around. I got on the road around
That was a long ass event.
1 o'clock.
That was a long ass time to be tuned in.
I started watching it around 1:30. I got done around 11,
And straight through.
straight through.
That was a long ass event.
Yes, it was.
But it was worth it though. At the same time.
Mm.
The last
Well, for
few
me in
hours.
the building, my
Yeah.
lower back was on fire. My feet were on fire,
Dogs barking.
bruh.
And a couple
Standing on
people
that,
passed out. Smack
bruh.
told them
Yeah,
niggas,
yeah.
put that nigga to the
Yeah,
side
put them to the side.
and let's keep
Get some
going.
food.
Rap, nigga.
Look,
Smack tried to get
standing
that
on
bread.
that concrete for all those hours, bro, it killed niggas.
Oh, it was a concrete floor.
Concrete floor. My bro, by the second battle, my lower back was on fire, bro.
Imagine the bitches in heels on their feet, niggas in boots.
Yeah, yeah, niggas was dying, bro. So let's get right into it. I've seen this battle live, and I watched this battle. This is like the second time me watching this battle on pay per view.
Me too. Second on pay per view.
So we're gonna start with John the Don versus Jack Boy Maine. Okay. So
Opening battle, first battle of the
first
night.
battle of the night. We're gonna just go straight right through like that. You know
Yes,
what I
sir.
mean? So with that said, we're gonna start off with the first round. You know what I mean? Um, in the building, a lot of people wanted Jack Boy Maine to win. If you see the reaction he was getting in the first round and even the second round,
Even on live.
you know what I
Live.
mean?
I'm watching it live. They rooting for Jack.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody was rooting for Jack.
And
Everybody,
got love when he came out.
right?
Good
Got love,
reaction.
right? First round, good
Yep.
love. Second round, before he started, he got major love. You know what I mean? So the crowd wasn't against Jack Boy. The crowd's against you on the Gnome 9 stage and
Fucking
you
up.
fucking up or you not delivering right. And the consistency throughout the event, they did everybody like that. So this is what happens when you are a younger battler getting on a big stage like this and think you can transition and
Yeah.
handle that pressure.
It's a lot of pressure. And not only that, he put more pressure on himself by going first.
Yeah,
Because it was the coin flip, but he just went.
yeah. So let's get to it. First round, Jack goes first. High energy,
Yes, sir.
high
Immediately.
energy.
Crowd loving him.
hmm he started out with the mom, talking about John and Don's mom.
Yep.
Um,
I had
so
a fucking conversation with your mother.
right. So I'm gonna say this because it's a theme throughout his first and second. He was mentioning John's mom and shit. When you want to use angles like that, I think you should touch on it a little bit and then you need to move on.
Most definitely.
I think he kind of drug it out a little bit, like half the round. He drug it all the way up to when he started imitating
Absolutely.
John. That's a long time.
He actually, to be fair, he drug it through the whole battle, but we're gonna just stick for right now.
Right.
Yeah, he used that angle way too long, and it got it lost the attention of the fans because you ain't really punching too much during the angle. You just talking. So it's
Hmm.
just like, all right, we heard what you got to say. Let's go.
Right. So he got what he's stealing bitch in the back of the house.
Yep, he
He
got
had
the
some bar
yep
like that, man. Then he had bow back of your mouth. He had a John Legend bar that was pretty
fire
fire. You know what I
fire.
mean?
I'm ready to
Uh,
go. That's actually what started all. That was the first punch, or
hmm.
that set the building off.
Then he had something
Beyonce,
the
look,
I guess
say
it's
my name, say my
yeah,
name.
that shit was
Standing
fire.
over the body.
Look, that hit that all that shit. The the Beyonce say my name that like hit in the room, and everybody was going crazy about it. The bars before that, it was they were pretty
Facts,
reactive to
facts,
it, but
facts.
that's the bar that like pretty much was like everybody was like, oh shit, that shit was fire, right?
And then right after that, or shortly after that, he had a couple punches in between, but he said bow, Hitman can't remix that because the
But
bullet ain't.
but before that, wasn't that the small little
Yeah,
hiccup he had? He had a little small, I don't want to say
I ain't
choke,
counting it because
but
it was a
it wasn't
premature crowd
clean.
reaction
It
that
wasn't.
fucked him up even more.
What I'm saying is, it was a point in time. It was a point where he stopped, and it felt like he was about to choke. So it's not a clean round when it got to
Oh,
that point.
transition. Okay, well, yeah, of course not. But to make up for that is that Hitman shit, and
Right.
that really erased that last little stumble.
Yes.
Counteract.
Because in the building, let me get focused. In the building, we didn't really. mm, It was we wouldn't say choke, but he had another second, and
Hiccup.
then it would have been you choking, nigga. Like,
Yeah, if you get it right before I write down, choke. You ain't choke.
right.
Stumble.
So then he goes into the whole um arms up. He said, "Nah, two arms up. This is your last ride or some shit like
Yeah,
that." He was
yeah.
going into the whole the hit. Okay, so
Developed a nice little flow too.
in my predictions, I predicted I wanted Jack Boy to win this battle,
I had
and
Jack 2-1 as well.
the way I was looking at this battle, and I said this on my platform and other people's platforms. I was looking at this battle far as John and Don is Hitman of today. Jack Boy is John, the
Oh,
Don of
yeah.
today.
That's it.
Right?
That's
That's
it.
how I felt.
That's it. Except Jack got boxed.
No, that's not accept. I'm just saying that because I'm about to get into
Okay.
why I say that. I said that because when Jack Boy started doing the whole last ride,
Facts.
that's Hitman shit. That's the whole little angle in the Hitman and John battle.
Hmm.
So when he did that, I was like, oh nigga, this makes me like God for real. Because I seen that.
That's fire. That's fire.
And for him to have an angle in that battle, it really proved my theory. This is how I saw that battle in
So it
the
was
beginning.
a prophecy.
It was a prophecy.
There we go. There we
Prophet,
go.
Capo the prophet, the God. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So nah, but
I'm with
nah.
it. I'm with it. Facts.
But that whole little angle he had, at the last ride, he was like something, uh, bow, and he was like, in point blank range, knocked the brains out of him.
Yep. First, what he said.
Hitman can't reload because the
The
bullet
bullet
had came out of him.
That
Man,
was
it was like,
fire.
oh, nigga, in the building, that shit
That was
was
fire.
crazy.
Yep. That was fire.
In the building, bro.
That's the last one.
Y'all niggas thought y'all reacted online and watching the pay per view on live, bruh. In that building, that nigga,
Blew the
that
roof off.
shit blew the roof off, nigga. That shit was crazy. So then he gets into a whole
You talk about the Miss Hustle.
no, first he had a bar. He had first shot. First shot, brain popping. Second shot,
He
play
played
possum.
possum. Yeah,
That
that
was a
shit
back
was.
to back off of that,
Yeah,
and
that was.
that shit, the crowd reacted on that one. You know what I mean? There was certain bars people was trying to, they was catching late because the way they delivered it. So that's a major theme in this blog that I'm a go to because I was in the building. So a lot of things y'all thought we were doing, we wasn't really doing.
Yeah, yeah. I had to clarify some shit with him too. I
Yeah,
thought they booed at a couple points, but
no,
they won't.
there wasn't booing. There was rumblings of a ooh,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
ooh,
yeah.
and there's a lot of motherfuckers that was sounding like that, and people thought it was booing.
Yeah.
We wasn't booing.
A lot of motherfuckers. I wasn't in the building. I saw the pay per view.
Yeah. So, and this is good for me because I was in the building and I got the pay per view, so
Yeah.
I'm able to see it live, two perspectives, and I'm able to give a complete, detailed recap without doing multiple recaps.
Facts. Like multiple. Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Touch on it.
Um.
3 times.
So Jack Boy had like a nice, entertaining round in the building. Everybody liked his round. And he has some more shots. I right now I grade him like
Regular type first round.
I got him like 13 points, and that's just marking little bars off. That I felt that was to give me a decision on who I'm going to give the round to. Right. Um, he talked about Miss Hustle. He had an angle against Miss Hustle
with the baby and shit.
With the baby, yeah, that was pretty decent.
Yeah,
Dame Dollar bar. He said my baby West and Miss Hustle didn't have the baby yet, or some shit like that. Planned Parenthood took my opportunity away from me. That shit hit hard too.
And Mike, the Annie, are you okay?
Yeah,
bar.
yeah.
That's pretty much it. I had like 9 points for him. 9,
The Little Rascal bar, I like that one. Okay, so we're gonna get into John's first round. John starts off.
And before we get into the first round, it was all choppy and shit because it was mic issues all the way through. What?
Oh yeah,
Jack's first and John's first.
Well, no, everybody had mic issues.
Okay.
And the mics. Okay, so it wasn't really JB's fault on his end. It was the venue's fault because it was the house speakers that we couldn't hear that shit. Y'all can hear it on live, right? We couldn't hear that shit at all, bro.
Well, yeah,
like I wasn't in the back.
Choppy.
I was like damn near not in the middle, but between front and the middle. Okay, so I was like, if you count each row of people, I was like 7 rows back. So I was pretty close to the stage.
Not including the gap and shit they had from, I guess.
Yeah. Nah, that's where the battlers are at.
What?
So where was it at? The mic issues. The mic issues was crazy for everybody until they was fixing it for every battle, and that plays a lot of parts in the battles also. So, first round from John. John
opened up fire.
Opened up. You asked for this. He told Jack, you asked for this, so I'm pretty much gonna give you what you want.
Yep.
He started flipping. Was he starting to flip?
The opening bar was the Pepsi
live bar. The Pepsi bar?
Yeah, it was the Pepsi bar with the Michael Jackson. Okay. Y'all seen the commercial?
No, the first bar was the life bar.
Did you count that on his score?
I like that. I like that.
There we go. That was fire too, though.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And then he got into the Michael Jackson.
Yep, that was the very next.
I'm fire off the weed and some shit like that. Mike Jackson. He got a Jack of all trades. He was flipping Jack's name for a minute, right? And
this for the people who saw the pay per view, right?
Mm.
Or I don't want to give away too many bars, but I got a bunch.
No, go ahead.
He said, "Oh, you 5'9" brim." Well, I'm something about I'm moving in Houston. Mm-hmm. That's because they say a real man is where you hang your hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that shit was fire. Knock your brim off. No, now I'm giving you a new meaning of no
No
capping.
capping.
Yeah, that shit, all that shit was fire, man. It get heated like a Cajun dish.
Yeah, main event. He say main event.
But John, he set a bar in the building. Niggas really was reacting like, nah, nigga, that's not it. It was kind of almost a boo, but it was
Oh,
like
okay,
it was
okay.
like, nigga, like, hold up, you better get us with
So
the
the
next
crowd was
bar.
on. So the crowd pretty much was neutral, but they was on your ass.
Right, you fuck up, they was on
Word,
your ass.
word, word. Like,
If you
because
hesitate, they be like, oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay, no, don't you fuck up.
Hella pressure.
Right?
Hella pressure.
So they wasn't there to be a harsh crowd. They was very positive and neutral for everybody. But if you didn't deliver on that big stage like you supposed to, then
So this
they're
means
gonna
there's
let you
no
have it.
gas. You can't say
Yeah.
gas at this event if niggas booing.
But there was you right, but there was some little gas for some people, just a little bit. It wasn't a lot. It was maybe like 2%.
Facts. I mean, it's gonna
So
be
yeah,
fun.
yeah. Um, he brought up Tech Nine. He had a whole Tech Nine bar.
Yep, said send him to give you a chance to thank him.
Yeah, yeah,
He had a
yeah.
bunch of shit. I think you skipped past a moment that John had, and it was a small moment, but it shows his vet level of. It was quick, in and out. He said, "Now I ain't gonna say you dirty, dirty."
Yeah,
Crowd
yeah,
went
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Yeah,
Crowd went
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's a little moment right there. Just
Yeah, and then he brought up
crowd control.
about booing. They said they booed me in resolution, and brought up shit like that. But it was pretty cool. He had a pretty good round, decent round for me.
Decent who? Jakk or John?
John. I mean, I liked the round. It was a good round, good, solid round. Right. I felt like both rounds were good. They kind of was equal, but John had a cleaner round than Jack Boy because he had that one little hiccup a little bit.
See, this coming from bias, of course. I'm a Jack Boy fan. Hurts to see
Hmm.
that, but I think all out, John had just a clearer first. When you watch it, it's just clear, smooth, no hiccups, no stumbles. He rapping in front of the same crowd Jack rapping in front of.
What's up,
So
Harlem Fresh?
you know what I mean. At the same time, it was much smooth, much, and not only that, he was fucking punching.
Hmm.
I underestimated John. My initial prediction was Jack 2-1.
Mm.
So I gave John the first. Clear.
I got John the first. It was an edge for me. I edged him the first. Hold on real quick. But yeah, that was the first round. For Jack and
Jack
John.
did have a nice. Hey, Jack first round was nice too. Not taking away from that, but John just clearly out. He touched on a bunch of subjects, punched as well. Like he won't dragging shit out. Just a nice run. Who was that? What's good?
Harlem Fresh.
Harlem Fresh.
Share this out real quick. So let's get in the second round. You can go ahead and
Yeah,
start
let's
it
go ahead.
off.
We can go ahead. I started off with the second round. Who we got? Back on Jack.
Back on Jack, second round.
Second round, you know what I mean? Jack start off with the energy again, clapping his hands, whatever. And then the crowd get back with him. And he hit him with the first out the gate, whispers of whispers how the beat goes on. Fire punch. Uh, Let me see. I think I had 6 or 7 total points for Jack in that second. However, uh, he did stumble. And in the midst of the stumble, he ran it back further than he needed to, and then choked, leading up to where he was supposed to be getting it from in the first place. So he ran it back 8 bars and didn't get those 8 bars off. Choke. Let me see.
All right, let me bring it back a little bit. So Jack starts off. He got that a bar about how the
Oh, you can
how
give
the
Jack a few
whispers
bars. You
how
give
the
it to
beat
him.
go on. I like that bar. Chopping blades in the land of the screw. I like that bar. The Snake Vision bar. John and Jim saying.
Like he said, I
He was
shoot the
like,
John.
yeah, shoot the
They
John.
shoot the John.
He was like, John, and I'm saying it twice. Then he had,
Fire.
this,
He said, I killed John.
the
Then hold
Beanie
the
Man
funeral.
bar, yeah.
Hostage.
Then he had the brim. I'm Amish. I like that one. Um, he also brings up John's mom in the second round also. So this is where it gets repetitive.
Most
You
definitely.
bringing up
He
the
did right
same
there.
angle from the first,
Yeah.
and those are the dry spots. Cause yeah, he had a few dry spots.
He had a
right?
bunch of dry spots actually in between.
Right, and people in the building was trying to rock with him. They wasn't booing him or nothing like that. They was just trying to, man, get your shit together.
They was rocking with him only because of the simple fact that he was choking and stumbling. But they also react to the next bar that was fire.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay, and stumbled again.
This is what I forgot to say in the beginning of this live. Um, since I was there, I know certain details leading up to this battle. The night before a Houston Barcode home 2, all the Goonies battled that night. That event didn't end until between 3:30 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Jack Boy was still up, fucked up, drunk, right? If you have like the biggest battle of your life,
Got to get them nerves under control.
you're the first battle, and you the night before is not getting to bed till 5 something in the morning, and you're drunk and high and all that other shit.
Wake up. Fucked.
The next day is not going to be good for you.
At all. Especially once you get up moving and shit. Oh. Hangover
So
Jack.
when Jack Boy got to the venue, it was about 1, maybe 12. I guess they was there, but I guess they was inside. So when he came around the corner dancing and shit, the nigga was dancing, trying to get build his energy up, dance out that liquor and all that other shit from the night before. So that played a lot of part in his battle. Played a big part in his battle. His fatigue, his delivery, his he couldn't catch a breath. All that shit played a part in you not being prepared for your battle, far as you're not taking your ass to bed. Smack, please. Set a curfew, my nigga. For those
In the contract.
for those who's battling,
But they grown men though.
I understand that.
So they got.
But you're making your brand look bad. Look what happened. Yeah. We're gonna get into it.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into it. Look what happened.
Yeah. And
so
not only that, it was with the crowd. I see if it was with the battler. But it was with people who paid to come see that.
Right. So let's get into it. So Jack second, it was cool. I got him, 11 bars. You know what I mean? John's second round.
Fine. Let me. You can go ahead.
We about to get into John's second. Bruh, I'm here to tell you. John's second had what was the loudest I've ever heard a building shake. The loudest I heard a building shake for damn near a whole fucking round.
I think the camera was moving too.
From the point where, okay, we gonna get to it. From the point where he pulled out the chain, from there on, it was just bananas, right?
To open it.
Right. So John goes. He starts off
coming at him, rapping without the shirt. In and out though, 4 bars, and he touched the point and dipped left.
Yeah. Yep. Then he had a 12 gauge bar. What was that?
My God.
That was nasty.
He said head rope. What did he say? 12 gauge. bust is great. Vital signs go beep. That shotgun got one thing straight. Woo!
God,
The building snapped.
bruh.
That was it.
We was in the building going crazy.
That was it. That was it.
Cause he was hitting them back to back, and niggas was like, "Whoa, shit, hold up."
Then he had to. Right after that, he said, "Yeah." Right after that, dude was like, "That what?" Yeah. Right after that, he said, "Smack." He said, "I take this." What did he say, man? Smack, Robin, Jack.
No,
Oh my god!
He got with the Jack and Ease clips,
Went
and
right
then
over my
the
head.
Sticky Icky, right? The Diddy Shitty, Shimmy, the Pretty Ricky. That shit was fire. But then he started. He was like, um, Smack. Y'all set this up. I mean, he was like, y'all y'all was mad at me because I didn't let him spit no bars and resolution.
Yeah, for free.
So
Yeah,
for free.
Yeah.
He was like, something. You see,
Yeah, you got.
he was like that. He's something about robbing,
Yeah,
and then he was like,
setup, Rob, Jack and me.
right. He was like, there would be a setup, robbing me. You see how he set up Jack and me?
Yeah,
You see how something like that shit. That shit
went right over my head until the crowd was like, oh. I was like, hold on, run that back.
Right. So when we was watching it, and when he said that, I knew because in the crowd, I heard it. I heard when he said it, but you didn't hear nobody reacting. But then all you heard was this rumble that got louder because niggas started catching
on
it.
On the pay-per-view, I thought he got booed.
No, he didn't get booed. So okay, let me give y'all a clear understanding in the building. In the building, when niggas will finally catch a bar, they'll go, ooh, ooh.
Facts.
Right? So sometimes y'all think they booing, but they really wasn't booing. We wasn't booing, right?
Because that was fire and it confused me.
But the times when you heard boo.
Yeah, you knew it. Yeah. You only heard it though, like what, a few times or what? Because the pay-per-view ain't you ain't hear too much booing.
A few people got booed.
Word. I only know of
a few people.
Up to.
A few.
Word.
About 4.
I ain't hear that.
I'm telling you. Arsenal, he was getting booed the fuck up. Getting booed the fuck up.
I ain't heard that either.
Yeah, he was getting booed.
Facts.
That's one.
I appreciate you for going. I appreciate the in the building recap right there.
So yeah, then that motherfucking John brings up the Blackwell chain.
Oh yeah. Let's get into that.
He said, "Man, this shit cost $79.99. Had the sense to say it's black wealth." Nigga, everybody just started. Nigga, that shit hit in the building right
Everything
there,
about that whole angle hit.
Then he was like, listen to. Did he say listen to me or something? He's like, listen to me, and then he dropped the chain down. Listen. To me.
After the black wealth, he was pretty much touching that subject, saying, you got on a black wealth chain, but it's $79.99, so it's pretty much irony, or an oxymoron. But then he dropped the chain and said, "Fuck that, I'm gonna take you to school. Pay attention."
Yeah.
And dropped the chain. Then he looked back at Jack and said, "Pay attention. You want to see how I'm dropping jewels?"
Fire.
Crazy. It sound better
fire.
There, of course. But
yeah. It was in the building. That shit was fire.
Crazy.
And he brought a ball and chain bar. And then he brought the chain out. I mean, then he already had the chain out.
Yeah, he had a chain out. But the opening when he said he pretty much part of the Goonies now, because he had a chain.
The moment in that round is when that nigga John pulled that chain out, because we skipped this. He pulled that motherfucker out. Shit. That nigga Tay-Rock came out the back just said, give me this shit. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Then Twerk tried to grab in his Tay-Rock spent on that nigga.
Twerk tried to save Jack. Hear me. Jack, crowd was just wilding. Everybody on stage was wilding. So Twerk tried to swoop in and grab the chain out of John hand.
bruh,
Out of Rock hand. Rock hit him with the spin move.
bruh, that building shook.
If Twerk would have got that chain though,
It would have been
John
done.
would have been out of bars. He would have to skip. He would have had to skip that
He
next part.
would have been able to throw it, and that would have been crucial too.
Yeah, crucial.
So, yeah, that nigga. I rewatched that part, that Tay Rock part, a lot of times. You know what I mean? Because the shit was so.
What the fuck is this?
Bruh, it made that round.
Bro, on the
made
mic.
That round.
Oh my, that Tay Rock best hype man ever.
Tay Rock, sir, salute to you. You made that a classic round.
He had energy with him. He had the energy on the stage. He wasn't even battling.
John, that was good for you, but he stole your round. Like, your round was gonna get all the praise because of Tay Rock.
Yep, it's gonna be that Tay Rock and John second round, or Tay Rock in that second round versus Jakk.
So yeah, then he had a dome splitting bar.
Yeah, a little
Jakk,
play to the crowd.
he was talking about after Rum, he was like something. Jakk and Rum set the bar and shit like that.
I sit Rum next to Jakk.
Yeah,
This should set the bar, but before that, he set it up saying he should be a bartender. Fire,
right?
Fire.
The Don Julio and Tequila bar, that was fire. Then he brought up
that was a whole scheme, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Whole bar liquor scheme.
Mm-hmm. The Don Julio with that.
Even though Mook
that
did
ended,
it, right?
Yeah, that ended it right there, right? But then at the how he ended the second was,
Hard and flop when it matters the most.
No, when he brought up the
shit,
I'm a baller, shot called,
yeah.
and everybody in the building started singing the song, right?
Yeah.
And reference to Tech Nine, right? Because when Tech Nine passed away, and before all that, the things that came out about him, they had that whole song for him because he was singing it at a motherfucking battle rap event. So that put the nail in the fucking coffin. Nappy Vereen, sir, how you doing? So that was. And the look on Jack Boy's face, the whole second round, and the Goonies' face.
Atmosphere was beautiful in the building.
When they started chanting 2-0, look at the Goonie side.
I'm biased.
But you saw it, though.
Yeah, I seen it. It's crazy.
All right.
That second round is going to go down in one of them rounds, by the way. I underestimated John a lot, actually. And he proved to be them new niggas. They need to stop giving John them new niggas. Just simple as that. He either need to battle vets or run his league.
Right. So let's get to somewhat of a third.
I only got a little bit of points because this shit was so.
I got one.
Okay, me too.
Jakk goes, and I'm gonna tell you what happened in the building. Because I think a lot of things got misconstrued. A lot of y'all got things misconstrued from us in the building. I'm gonna keep hold as hell. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all because y'all was clearly mishearing a lot of things that were going on in the building. With Jakk trying to deliver his material, he had a lackluster delivery.
Very. And it was a long dry spot to me.
Right.
Even from the opening.
And when his opening was addressing,
well, not really Tech Nine,
assumptions.
Yeah. About
making allegations that you don't know about.
Yeah.
It didn't play well with us in the crowd. We didn't boo him. We were just like, what the fuck? Okay, that has.
He just didn't initially get the crowd back when he opened up. So
because it had nothing to do with anything. That for me, that John case has nothing to do with the allegations of Tech Nine.
He tried to tie it together, and that's probably
He
why it didn't
tried,
work as well.
and that's why I say
It wasn't an initial understanding.
and that's why everybody in the crowd, I felt a strong, consistent that everybody felt the same way that I did. That really like, okay, go on, come on, nigga, like we don't want to hear that. So you'll hear the rubbing was like,
Yeah,
we wasn't booing, we
they
was just
didn't.
like,
I ain't
like,
never believe
come
it.
on, all right, nigga, like, uh. But then he kept on ran it back, and it got started getting okay now, nigga, let's go, right? Um, so he gets in, he gets in his material. He did one bar. I forget what the bar was.
Okay, so this what we need to touch on is the lights went out.
Oh,
Now,
I tell you,
I'm not sure if that was part of because Jakk took his shirt off as if he were in the band, and the lights went out except for the one light above Jakk and John, which
it wasn't above them.
okay, well, like
it wasn't shining on them.
No, it wasn't shining on them. You could see the silhouette of them, and he took his shirt off and shit, and it just didn't play well at all. The crowd booed immediately. Nobody knew what was going on. So and Jakk kept rapping, so they gave him a little bit more attention. Like, oh, he's still rapping. Let's listen. And then it just
went left.
It went left. And then it went left. So let's start about how it went left.
So where it went left, and I was talking about it, like his delivery in the beginning. When the lights went out, niggas was like, "The fuck just happened?" Because now we can't see these niggas. We can't see these niggas at all. But we see this one big ass bright light shining on Smack and all the niggas back there. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I'm like, did somebody? But I didn't see Smack move or react in a way of what the fuck's going on, right? He didn't say turn the lights back on, no nothing. So niggas was starting to like get mad because.
Did you see a cue? Who was supposed to cue the lights?
I didn't see a cue. I didn't pay attention to no cue.
Because it would have to be from Jakk unless that person knew his bars. So he would have to say, when I do this.
Right. They probably gave him a cue or something. It didn't go well because everybody was confused in the building why the lights would go off.
I was confused
now,
as well.
If the lights went off and the spotlight was just on John, and if they made it the band feel,
I think it could have been fine.
It would have went over well with the crowd.
I think so
because
too.
I think that
Very creative.
I think that would have played a part of getting the crowd back into his material and want to see him work, right? But I can also see the stamina just gone, the effects from the night before. So if you're not getting to bed till 5:30 in the morning, 6:30, 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, you probably have to be at the venue. That's only 7 hours of sleep.
And he probably ain't go to sleep.
And you don't know what time he really went to sleep, right? But he was at that event till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's timestamped because Sharon didn't get on and rap till like 3. And that was the last battle.
And you niggas ain't leaving the venue and going straight to the.
Brother, the event didn't start till 10:30. So like, yeah. So I could see.
But hey, Ars went to the Ars. Av and them niggas went to the pool party. So is that
the pool party ended at 10?
Damn, Jakk.
But they're seasoned though.
Yeah. Nome ain't no joke. That's the big. That's next to Summer Madness. What's bigger? Are they the top 2, right?
Summer Madness and Nome. That's the marquee.
What the fuck?
That's what I from when it started. I always felt that. I always felt night and main events led up to
overall
Summer Madness.
It's battlers upset just on the fact that it's niggas who never been on no. You ever thought about it from that perspective? Who looking at it like, man, this could have been me. You know what I mean? This is
So that's what motherfuckers was like, all right. So when he kept on rapping and he took his shirt off, people we started, okay, you heard us. We got quiet, let him rap.
Yep, yeah.
But then he started stumbling and doing all this other shit and reacting to the little hecklers in the crowd. And I guess he got fed up with it and it went left and he jumped off the stage. And you see it in the live pay per view the way there was something wrong with him.
Yeah, he told, yeah.
It was something wrong with him, like physically and mentally, there was something wrong with him. Because it was all like this and shit. Then he got back up and started trying to attack the crowd again and wouldn't leave and all this other stuff. And then he got back on stage and
he did jump back on stage, but he
left.
Immediately
went left and went off the stage.
He just jumped on stage to exit. I guess the exit was on stage. That was the quickest way out.
Yeah. So yeah, man, that battle was crazy. Yeah, shit.
That John.
And when that happened, we booed Jack Boy, and then
John was crucified. Let's not leave out the fact that John did not let him live, even through. They didn't know what was wrong with Jack when he passed out. John was relentless. He asked for this. Wait for this third. He don't want. He trying to get out of this third.
I want to hear that third.
Wait for this third. Get him up. Get back on stage. Let's rap. You asked for it the whole time. Jack passed out and shit.
I want to hear this third. I want to hear this third. I want to hear the third to see if that's a valid statement that he did this to get out of the third.
I would say statistically.
And he said he got some wait till you don't want this third to come out.
Statistically, based off this battle, every round from John was increasingly better. I can't go against the belief that his third, he didn't have the third. I think he had some fire. I think that third was going to be the end game. Look at the second, bro.
Second's crazy.
The second could have been a third.
That's the best second round I've seen.
Oh, nah. That night?
No,
or from
for
him.
A while.
Okay.
Or from battle rap. That second round.
Well, this ain't nothing to do with a recap, but I think Rum Nitty and Luxembourg, one of them two second rounds. But we gonna get into that later.
Yeah, we get into that later. All right, man. This is Capital Don, Capology Facts. This
so wait, before you close out, sir, I did want to ask you, what did you give that battle? From it didn't end. There was no end. What was your rating though out of the 2 rounds that was spit? It was 2 full rounds spit.
Oh, it was 2-0. John didn't get to spit his third, but how everything played out, you forfeit. It's 30. As a clean, dirty ass body.
Okay. Yeah. That's one of them. That's he up there with what?
No, he's probably number 1 now.
He's probably number 1 with that footage.
Y'all put in the comment section which one's worse. Danger Zone making Latizé throwing the towel.
Prepping and Chilla.
Or Prep and Chilla.
Chilla. Clean 30.
Or this one. Because them the top bodies.
They saying.
This is the top body, bro. On a big stage.
Oh yeah,
this is the big stage. This is the biggest body.
And the way it all happened, yeah, it's the biggest body because all them other people stood and took that shit.
All right, so yeah, man, this is Capital Don, my nigga Favio.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna try to squeeze one more in before I go to work, and then tomorrow we'll finish off the rest of the battles. Okay, so I'll holler at y'all niggas, man. Subscribe to the channel, man.